is changing, right? The way we run our agencies, for me, going on almost 20 years, is changed. It's changed significantly over the last 12 months. It's going to change even more significantly over the next year or 2 years. And so if you're running by the same playbook, you're trying to do the same things that you've always done, so your same program in the same way, deliver in the same way, you're setting yourself up for disruption and for potential failure. And if you're thinking, hey, you know what, I'm just going to status quo, I'm sure everything's going to work out, I want to remind you of many other really well-known examples of companies that were well entrenched, that were doing really well, that failed to adapt and are now out of business. You've got Blockbuster Video, which some of you guys you've experienced Blockbuster Video, but for a long time, they were the dominant player. There was a Blockbuster Video rental store around every corner in America, and they had a stronghold on this marketplace. And Netflix came in and they disrupted the market. They started streaming video online. And you would have thought it would be pretty easy for Blockbuster, that had all of the money, that had all of the financial resources, just to flip the switch, set up their own online streaming and win the day. But they didn't adapt quick enough, and now they're gone. Netflix owns the day. And I just share that quick example because that's where we are all at in our agencies. Whether you're a couple years in, just getting started, the agency game is changing. And so you need to be adapting to AI, to innovation, to what's going on in the industry. And that's why I want to invite you to our event, the 7-Figure Agency Roadmap Live and Member Intensive, July 7th through 9th. We're going to be in Miami, Florida. And at this event, what I'm going to do is share our fully updated 7-Figure Agency model, which is adapting towards where things are headed, and give you the opportunity to plug into 300 other successful digital marketing agency owners, hear from them on what they're doing, how they're adapting, how they're changing. Because if you don't change, right, if you don't make these shifts, if you're not in the room where you're hearing the latest ideas, you're hearing about the latest innovations, and more importantly, making the necessary adjustments to your model, making the necessary adjustments to how you approach your agency, you may wind up left behind. And so we're going to be in Miami, Florida, in the JW Marquis, beautiful hotel in downtown Miami, July 7th through 9th. And there's really two components to this event. And you're invited, if you're interested in participating, actually participate for free. Just type event in the chat here or in the comments, wherever you happen to be watching this, and that'll trigger me to get you all the details. So the two components are, first is our Roadmap Live event, which is a one-day event of me just teaching the 7-Figure Agency model. And I do this, as some of you guys know, I do this on a consistent basis a couple times per year, but I'm really excited because the model has changed. And so I'm going to be sharing the latest and greatest on how we're teaching how to grow and scale your digital marketing agency, which is really about how do we get clients, right? How do we make an offer that's compelling and interesting? How do we package our offering in a way that's going to generate next level results for the clients we serve? And let's face it, the old play is not going to work anymore. So you have to innovate your offering. So I'll be kind of sharing some of the new things we're putting in place for the delivery side of the equation. And then ultimately how you put the systems, the procedure, and the team in place so you don't have to do it all yourself. And I think there's still a component, obviously, where you have to build the team, put the right people in place to make that a reality. But you also have to be thinking about technology, thinking about AI, and how you can streamline the way you've done, maybe what you've done over the years, and make it better, but more efficient, more profitable, and better results for the clients that you serve. So that's day one, when it's going through the entire 7-Figure Agency model, fully updated for where I think things are headed over the next 12 to 24 months and beyond. Now, after that, you'll be invited to participate in our Roadmap Live, our 7-Figure Agency Member Intensive, which is our members only event. And these are agencies doing 7 figures, multiple 7 figures, that have gone to 7 figures and beyond. And you'll have the opportunity to plug in as a member and participate and hear the latest and greatest. We have some amazing content during that session. We're going to have Marcus Sheridan, who a lot of you guys know as the author of They Ask, You Answer. He built his company, Riverside Pools, to multiple millions of dollars and became really the innovator of this concept that to create great content for the search engines and for inbound marketing, figure out what your questions your customers are asking and answer them, right? And a lot of us as agency owners took that concept and applied it to our clients. We figured out, hey, we can do that for our clients. We can get them to rank better. We can get them to convert better. We can get them to generate better results. His newest book is Endless Customers, and it talks a lot about how They Ask, You Answer has completely changed with AI, with the way the algorithms work. And I asked him to come not to share just how to implement the Ask You Answer for customers, but really how to future-proof your agency. Because if you're not changing the way you're positioning yourself, you're not changing the way that you deliver, you are setting yourself up to be displaced, right? And so that's what Marcus Sheridan's going to be unpacking and sharing. After that, we've got Tony Ricketts, who runs a multiple seven-figure agency in the landscaping space, but has just been on the cutting edge of how to leverage AI within your agency. And really like at a programmatic level, not just ChatGPT, but really baking AI into everything you do within your organization. And so he's going to be doing a session showing you exactly how you can leverage AI to eliminate headcount, to be more efficient, and the specific tool stack that he's implementing to generate amazing results. Now, we've also got a growth panel of some of our Titan members. So these are the members doing multiple seven figures, and they're going to be sharing what's working best for them right now in today's market to land clients and the specific strategies they're putting in place to keep the calendar full, to consistently close high-ticket retainer-based clients, and really what those strategies are so that you can swipe, deploy, and implement in your agency based on today's marketplace. And we're going to be talking about, as you think about growing, scaling, and removing yourself from having to do everything in the business, we're going to be talking about your next key hire. And we'll talk about the key positions that agencies are hiring for. We'll give you swipes and deploys in terms of what's the job description, what's the job posting, what are the KPIs, how do we hire that person and get them onboarded as effectively as possible? And then we'll be hearing from a panel of some of our top seven-figure, multiple seven-figure agencies that specifically recently hired, let's say, for that salesperson or for that account manager or for that operations director. And they'll be sharing how they approached it, how they found the right person, some of the lessons they learned in filling those roles. So you'll walk away really on the cutting edge and what's going on in the agency game, an updated model for how to grow and scale to seven figures, multiple seven figures and beyond with all of the disruption that's happening. You'll learn how to future-proof your agency. So whether you've been doing this for a long time, you're like, I don't really know, how I'm going to keep myself relevant over the next couple of years. You'll have the playbook for that. And you're going to mastermind with some of the top digital marketing agencies in the country. So you can't help but come away with great ideas, great connections, and new energy as you look to grow and scale your business. So if you want to register for this, you can go to sevenfigureagency.com/roadmap-live. Again, if you're of the right size and you're a good fit for this, you're invited to come participate at no cost. If also maybe you don't want to key this in, you can just type event in the chat and I'll send you the link. We'll reach out and get you all the details to get you registered so that you can come. Again, it's July 7th, Roadmap Live, 8th and 9th, member intensive. So that's going to be 3 days in Miami. I believe this will be a life-changing experience for you to really help you accomplish things you might not have thought possible for yourself and in your business. I believe you become an average of the 12 people you hang around with most. This is a quote from Jim Rohn. I've always believed this. I've always embodied this. And so I've always tried to figure out, how do I get in the lean where the people that are making big things happen are hanging out? And I could tell you, if you're running an agency, whether you're the starting point or you're 6 figures, 7 figures, multiple 7 figures, this is a world-class community of driven agency owners that are making things happen. There's 356 active members, 155 of which are doing $1 million or more, 33 at multiple 7 figures, the average. So this isn't a beginner group. The average member that's at the event is doing over $1 million per year, over $87,000 in monthly recurring revenue, and cumulatively over $95 million cumulatively in annualized revenue. So if you want to elevate your peer group, get in a room with really successful agency owners, you want to make sure you're on the cutting edge. You make sure that you're learning the new things you need to understand, that you need to implement, making the right changes to move your agency forward. I implore you to make the trip to Miami, invest in yourself, invest in your future, and this is free, right? So I'm not asking you to put down a big payment to come participate. It's free. All you have to do is comment event here in the chat. I'll send you the details or in the comments, or go to sevenfigureagency.com/roadmap-live. So that's it for now. I'm really excited to see you guys there. I'm excited about spending time with you and the other agency owners, and also sharpening my own saw and staying on the cutting edge. Get yourself registered. If you've got questions, maybe you're like, you know what, sounds good, but I've got this question, like, oh, what's the date? Or maybe, why would this be free? What's the catch? Any of those questions, feel free to reach out to me on personal message and say, hey, I'd like to come, but, or shoot me an email, josh@sevenfigureagency.com. Let me know. Let's answer your questions. Let's help you make sure this is a good fit for you. And if you've got follow-up thoughts, feel free to drop them into the chat here. Comment event if you want to come. And I really hope to see you in just about a month from now, July 7th through 9th in Miami, Florida. Let's keep your agency on the cutting edge, and I'll talk to you soon.